I'm Miss Scarf, and I'm going to be showing you a demonstration with this mystery solution. So you'll notice that it is a clear liquid right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a tiny little bit of powder into this clear liquid. And we're going to watch what happens. And as you can see, we're seeing a solid form. In fact, this is now so solid that I can turn it upside down and it won't come out. There's no liquid in here. Okay, so you should have a Google Doc that looks like this. It's going to be a little bit easier if you actually print it out so you have a physical copy, but if you want to just do it on Google, that's okay too. So the first thing you need to do is write down some observations of what you just saw in that demonstration that I did. So just go ahead and in this box, write down your observations. Go ahead and pause the video for a second and do that. Okay, so hopefully you wrote down some observations. Now we're going to draw models, and making models is a really important part of science. So we're going to start practicing it right now at the very beginning of this class. So for this particular demonstration, your model needs to include some particles. And when I say particles, that's just another word we use for things that are really small, like atoms or molecules. So you can decide how you want to draw or model particles. So maybe you want to draw like a circle, or maybe a square if you're like trying to show atoms. If you want to show molecules, you might draw like some circles connected together. It's kind of up to you, but come up with some way to draw or model some particles, so some atoms or molecules. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. Okay, so now that you've done that, what you need to do is draw a model of, so basically a picture of what you think was going on before I poured the powder in there. So just when it looked like a clear liquid. And then after. Now I want to emphasize here, this does not have to be like a perfect model. It doesn't even have to be right. Just make your best guess about what the atoms and molecules look like in those two situations. So maybe in the before one, you want it to look like a liquid, and then maybe you draw some atoms or molecules in there. And then for the after one, obviously something different is going on with the atoms or molecules. So draw what you think it looks like after. Again, just do your best. This doesn't have to be perfect or even correct. You're just doing your very best. Okay, so pause the video and do that. And then what you need to do is write an explanation for what you drew in your model. So basically you're writing an explanation for what you think happens when that solution turns solid. What causes that to happen? How does it work? Again, just make your best guess. This doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, now I'm going to tell you something else about this demonstration that might change what you were thinking about it. You might guess that it's really cold because it kind of looks like ice, but when I touch this, it's actually really hot. So this particular process releases heat. Okay, so now that you've got some new information about that demonstration, I want you to revise the model that you had before. So how does what I told you change what you think the solution looked like before? So what did the liquid look like before, and what did it look like after? And then go ahead and revise your explanation. So knowing that it got hot after, what does that make you think about what happened?